Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. How are you today? Good to see you. Good to see everybody as I get this podcast kicked up, too, because the information we're about to drop is going to be fire. Psh, fire, baby. That's what we're dropping today. How is everybody? There we go. Top chat, live chat. That's what I want to see. So feel free to ask any questions and I will do my best. There we go. It's a little bit better. That's better. That's better. Balance ball. Hola, greedy salvation. Good morning. I am good. Life is good. Life is good, baby. We're going to talk today about losing that muffin top. And I know that's something everybody wants to hear about, how to lose that muffin top. God dang it. Muffin top, baby. And don't worry, you're not alone because most of us deal with the muffin top situation. Lord knows I've dealt with the muffin top before, and I'll explain exactly what it is, what the cause is, and how we can go about losing it so we can feel better about ourselves and be healthier. Brandon, happy birthday, coach. Well, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. Gregory Johns, do not worry, my friend. Is that the cookbook? I will talk to the team and make sure it gets sent out. It could be a USPS issue. We typically mail out within 24 hours of purchase. Michael Atkinson got my hour of list in the morning. Bang, Michael Atkinson. That is what's up. All right, guys and gals, we're going to talk about the muffin top. And what is the muffin top? The muffin top is that annoying, stubborn body fat that hangs over our pants. Hold on. There you go. There you go. The muffin top. And we're all very, very particular about our own bodies. And we all see things that nobody else sees. And I know a bunch of people who feel like that they have muffin tops or they're not lean enough or they want their lower abs to be tighter. And I'll see photos of them and I'll say, God damn, you look awesome. And they're like, yeah, thanks, but I'm just not happy with this. So the first point of this video is to make sure that we're not triggering anybody is we're talking about your own version of healthy and fit. We are inundated every day with people who are dissatisfied with their own bodies. And number one, we want to talk about, are you healthy? Are you healthy? Before we care about the aesthetics and the cosmetic version of yourself, are you healthy? Are you happy? Let's get you healthy. Let's get you happy. I don't care what your body fat percentage is as we start the conversation. I care what your blood work looks like. I care what your risk factors are. That's what we want to focus on. And we know the type of system that we employ and the principles that we follow here at the Dolce Diet. We know that we will take a longevity-based approach to short-term performance and aesthetics. What does that mean? We use longevity science to underpin the Dolce Diet principles. We want to see all of our clients living a long, vital, robust life. We want to see you 120 years old talking about how amazing your life has been over the last 12 decades. That's what we want to talk. That's what we talk to you about. And that's what we want you to talk to your great grandkids about when you're 100 years old and they're 60 years old. That's the conversations that we want to have, and you're imparting the wisdom that you've learned over those years. Now, we also want you to be able to talk about the glorious amounts of consensual sexual relations you've had with any variety of partners of your choosing, simply because you are so in demand for being so god darn sexy. We want you to talk about the amazing prowess of athletic performance that you've been able to achieve because you've treated your body the way it should be treated. You've treated your body with respect, upholding the health of your body. Once we focus on the health of the body, then we can focus on the cosmetic side. And to this, we will talk about the muffin top, that little bit of fat, and sometimes a lot of bit of fat that spills over our pants. And it's non-functional fat. It's non-functional weight. And by and large, it shouldn't be there. It doesn't have to be there. And if you have a problem with it, Uncle Mike is going to help you target it and get rid of it. This fat is stubborn fat. This is stubborn body fat, and it's stubborn for a variety of reasons. One of the main reasons why it's stubborn is because of the type of fat cell that it is. There's two basic types of fat cells, the A type and the B type, for lack of a deep biochemical explanation. Fat type A, or fat cell type A, and fat cell type B. Fat type cell A is not very good at shrinking. Fat type B is much easier at burning. We can use our B type fat cells much better. Our A type is much more difficult. These A type cells typically fall into the category of gender specific, in that men and women have very specific zones that we tend to store this body fat. Guys, it is the muffin top and the lower belly fat and the lower pec line. Ladies, again, you also have that muffin top. This is a guy and girl thing, but you typically also have it on the outer thighs, the saddlebags, as some say, and even the back of the triceps, upper back and back of the triceps. These are gender specific fat storage sites that, for whatever reason, our creator, to whom that may be, decided we're going to put fat storage areas there because this type of human might need it for a later purpose, to which we're not really sure. But in modern society, we don't have the same needs that our biological ancestors once had 100, 1,000, 100,000 or so years ago. We've evolved into a different society now that we don't need that fat storage, specifically because we have Instagram. And on Instagram, Lord knows, gender specific fat storage sites are not the rage as they once were in the pre Paleolithic era, which they might have been. But I digress. So now, Dolce, how do we lose these gender specific fat sites, and how do we oxidize or burn this stubborn body fat? How do we unlock these stubborn cells, these stubborn body fat cells? Well, there's a few ways to do it. One of the easiest ways to do it that we found, well, outside of dietary manipulation and eating a robust diet of earth-grown nutrients at the proper caloric ceiling to not store, but actually to encourage the use of stored body fat as a fuel source. We're doing that. We're exercising intelligently and intensely based upon our background and our ability. We're sleeping 7.5 hours to 9 hours per night. We're minimizing stress in our life, which is very important because stress will also inhibit the loss of body fat, as some of you probably have seen. You get super stressed, you look down, and your belly just looks like a bowl of pudding out of nowhere. What happened? Stress hormones are powerful, powerful things. But one great way to lose the stubborn belly fat, the stubborn muffin top fat, the stubborn gender specific fat is through the use of low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted, which means in the absence of insulin. Insulin is a very, very, very powerful storage hormone. Insulin, the presence of insulin, has a impact on our ability to lose stored body fat, specifically the stubborn type A body fat. The presence of insulin makes the type A, which is already sluggish, even more sluggish or non-responsive to whatever techniques we are using, whether it's using thermogenics, whether it's using lists or HIIT cardiovascular training, whether it's high intensity interval or resistance training. It becomes much more challenging. And this is all verifiable through any base scientific research. I don't know anyone who would disagree with the things I'm saying, though many take different approaches to the one that we actually discuss here, though I think ours is the most successful form. And it's certainly the easiest for the average person to follow, and it has the highest net returns. So we're eating the right diet. We're not overeating. So we're in a total caloric surplus. We're exercising intelligently, and we're employing this low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted or in the absence of insulin. Additionally, we need to find ways to create heat to generate blood flow in this area. These type A gender specific body fat storage sites are historically very, very, very difficult to generate blood flow. Blood flow is necessary for lipolysis or the reduction of body fat without getting too deep into the weeds of science here. We need blood flow. We need blood flow in order for the loss of fat to begin and be carried through from start to end phase. We need this. And some don't know that body fat is typically primarily greatly lost through respiration, breathing. You typically breathe out your body fat. Isn't that crazy? Most people don't know that. Your body fat doesn't melt. You actually exhale out your body fat. But a lot of things have to happen before it actually gets transported to your breath. But I digress. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother YouTube video in and of itself. So once again, we should be walking first thing in the morning, 30 to 60 minutes at a low, generally relatively low heart rate, 90 to 110 beats per minute, in the absence of insulin, which has a more efficient effect on the use of these type A fat storage sites to be utilized as fuel and then be released. Um, we then and also need to find ways to help this area to heat up. And this is something that there will be I'm sure that some people will talk a little shit because they'll try and take this concept out of context. And before I get to that point, I will ask everybody watching to please give a thumbs up to this video as I'm talking, because this information is highly beneficial to everyone listening. And it's not information that you hear parroted through most of the traditional health and fitness channels. This is actually real world information that is immediately usable by anyone, and the results will be dramatic. Those who follow this advice, the results will be dramatic, and you don't have to buy anything in order to do what I'm simply telling you here. So a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. That means I know you care, and I can see your little thumb pop up. Now we have 11. We only have 11 thumbs up right now out of the it looks like 52 current listeners or viewers online. 15. There we go. Now we're moving up and moving forward. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. We have to heat up this area. And we have to encourage blood flow to this area. And there's a lot of ways to do that. You can do that through site-specific exercise. Now, this is not to be confused with spot reduction. We all know spot reduction does not work. All right. So I'm not encouraging spot reduction, nor am I saying spot reduction works. But exercising a general area will improve blood flow to that general area, thereby increasing blood flow to these stubborn type A fat storage sites, thereby improving the efficiency with which these type A sites are able to function properly, and then finally reduce in size and capacity. Do you see how this whole line goes across? A lot of things have to happen in order to target this specific area. Now, when I say target, again, I don't mean spot reduction. I mean target to the point that that fat loss, that type A fat loss, becomes on par or as efficient as your type B fat loss. And what would that be? Picture your top 2 abs, your top 4 abs. Picture your upper chest. Picture areas on your body that are relatively lean, though other areas are relatively fat. You typically have a higher rate of type B fat storage cells in that area that are much easier to burn. And the B for the burn makes sense, right? B is burn. The type B is what the fat that burns easier. Easy to remember that way. So what we're trying to do is we are trying to target those specific stubborn areas, not being under the impression that that specific area will only be lost, or that area will be lost at a greater rate than the type B storage sites, simply getting the type A sites to perform in line with the type B sites. And that is where we see a dramatic amount of success in the reduction of the muffin top, or of the lower belly fat, or in the quote saddlebags, or in that upper bra fat area. Those areas are very difficult to target, because in one, they're cold. And think right now, if you were to reach back right now and touch your hips, typically they will be colder. Your hips are colder. First thing in the morning when you wake up, touch your hips, touch your outer thigh, touch maybe that outer lat area, ladies, and feel those stubborn fat sites. You'll feel those are colder to the touch, which means they have a reduced blood flow than the rest of your body, which means they are less efficient at reducing the size of those fat cells. Those fat cells are less efficient in their function. That's something that you need to embrace and you need to be aware of. You need to understand this. So what we're trying to do is increase the efficiency of these type A fat cells to be reduced optimally. Now, you can look to heat those areas up doing any exercise will heat your body up, and that will help heat up those areas, maybe not as well or proportionately to some other areas of your body, but it will heat them up. Wearing heavier layers of clothing will also help heat the body up. Sitting in a sauna or an infrared sauna will actually help heat those areas up. Now, to what degree will that heat be representative in total body fat loss? It'd be difficult to say. I will say we can theorize that you will have a net positive benefit. Will that alone get you lean and shredded around the waistline? No, that by itself won't. But taking part in such activities will help the totality of your total body fat loss, knowing that this is a lifestyle-based approach. And there's multiple angles that we must attack this stubborn body fat from, because it's very challenging and it's very difficult. And we really need to employ multiple angles, multiple modalities in order to reduce that. Now, something that is odd, and I'm not selling this at all. We have none in production, nor likely will we ever. But the concept of some of those neoprene waistbands, not some of these like corsets that you see the Kardashian chicks wearing to like shrink their stomachs. That's not it. But some of these cheap Kmart, Walmart, $5, $10 neoprene waist wraps that you saw back in like the 80s or so, those might have, and I don't know for sure, but we're theorizing here right now, those might have a positive net return on improving the temperature, thereby the blood flow of these stubborn areas, if you can deal with having those things on. Some people, I know some people who wear them too tight for too long, and they do nothing but restrict breathing and restrict motion, and it's a total waste of time. The concept of wearing one so it's on your body, but loosely fitting, not tight and snug, restricting the flexion of your core. There is some science out there. Some tests have been done, to which I need to dig deeper to really determine whether or not they're valid or not. But conceptually, that's something that you might consider if you are struggling from one of these stubborn lower, waistline muffin top areas. That by and of itself, just wearing one will do absolutely nothing for you unless you are employing a lifestyle-based approach to optimizing your health and wellness, thereby your athletic and cosmetic attributes. What does that mean? You're eating a proper diet. You're training intelligently and intensely. You're sleeping 7.5 to 9 hours per night. You're minimizing all external stress. You're employing your low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted. You're looking to heat up your body through a holistic, dynamic warm up perspective, easing into your more intense training sessions. And you possibly are using some sort of device that you can put around your waist to increase the general temperature in that area. What else? Infrared saunas, once again, as I've said, hot tubs can also be beneficial. Again, we're looking to increase blood flow. Blood flow is necessary. It's necessary. You will not lose fat without adequate blood flow to that area. That's a fact. We can't change that fact. So we're looking for ways to increase blood flow to that area. All right, that is a lot of talking on the muffin top here, guys and gals. So now I'm going to jump in and answer your questions. Let's see. What's up, Mike? Oh, lots of questions. Wow. All right, let's have some fun here. Got it. And Ola Dolce, how many cycles of 3 weeks to shredded can a person do? CR, we've had people who've done them for months. Day 1 to day 21, reverse diet, right back to day 1 to day 21, and they continue over and over and over again, and they've seen amazing, dramatic results. That's on 3 weeks to shredded. Caleb says, hope all is well. Still working with the 3 weeks to shredded. Discipline is a struggle. Discipline is life, my friend, and struggle is life. So you're doing it the way you're supposed to. Yassine, hello, coach. Hope you're well. Life is amazing. Yassine. Dan Miller, 3 weeks to shredded and living lean for competitive weightlifters or powerlifters. Absolutely. And we have many following the program right now with tremendous success. Remember, 3 weeks to shredded and living lean will maximize your power to kg ratio, which is the amount of force you are able to produce and sustain at the lowest possible total body weight. Greg says, been following the Dolce Diet principles and down 4% body fat in the last 4 weeks. Thanks, coach, and happy birthday. Greg, thank you so much. So happy to hear about your amazing results. Down 4% body fat following the Dolce Diet. But bang. Ronald McCoy, what's up, Uncle Mike? Good to see you, Ronald. Life is good, my friend. Brandon, as a fellow coach, we want our clients to succeed. But when a client is always asking for motivation, when do we as coaches have to really stop trying to help? Brandon, what we typically do is we give the client everything they need from a step perspective. They have the program in front of them, they have the diet, they have the exercise, they have everything they need, and then they have to do it on their own. And what we'll say is, listen, don't call me until Friday. I don't want to talk to you until Friday, because on Friday, then we can talk about how the week was and we can talk about what you experienced. But really, you have to learn how to start overcoming your challenges in your life. And that's what we'll slowly start to do, is we'll keep them at arm's length to a degree, knowing that we're there, knowing they have the treasure map, they have the GPS already programmed, they have to follow it. Unfortunately, and a lot of you guys listening right now, you really have no intention of actually following the program. All you typically want to do is blame somebody else. You want to buy your way into feeling better about not being about it. You want to spend a little money and pretend like you're doing something when in reality, you're not doing anything. And Brandon, that happens quite a bit. But you do your best, you coach them your best, and that's why you have these protocols set up in place. We have the first initial consult. We go through the intake form. We build the exact program for you. We talk about the program with you. You have any questions? Nope. Here we go. And now get it going. Now, if you have and usually the first couple days, well, I don't know, is it white quinoa or red quinoa? Is that okay? And what do I do here? No problem. Shoot me an email. We will answer those questions via email. In the beginning, we keep them at arm's length on purpose, because without that, people are just like, oh, I don't know what to do here. 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 When really they do know what to do. They do know what to do. I can't do it for you. And I tell them that I can't do it for you. If you want me to do it for you, you either got to add 2 zeros to what you just paid me, or you need to go talk to somebody else, because I am not going to come to your house and do it for you. Now, you add 2 zeros to the back of that paycheck, send that first class ticket, baby, and I'm on a plane. Mehmed, hey, best coach. I just sent that email about the blueprint. I hope there is still room. There is still room. So anyone who has sent in that email to blueprint@thedolcediet.com, you are on board. If you have requested up until this point, blueprint@thedolcediet.com, you are on board. You are a part of the first group. D. Garcia, in your calorie deficit of 500 calories at 2,300, if you're in a calorie deficit of 500 at 2,300, and you do an added session of cardio burning 300 more, could you eat 300 more calories? So technically 2,600. That's too subjective. What do you mean specifically? What's the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Shit, you can burn 300 calories just being stressed out because you're fighting with your girl or guy. So I need more information, my friend. Sisol, what's the difference between Living Lean Cookbook 1 and Living Lean Cookbook 2? Are there more recipes or just changes? No, there's way more recipes. I should have these books on my desk when I do these things. I always forget they're on the other side of the facility. Living Lean Cookbook Volume 2 is, I think we added 100 new recipes. There's 230 or so recipes, I think, in Cookbook Volume 2 as compared to 120 in Volume 1. There's many more breakouts, facts, food facts, nutrition breakdowns. We give you the total calories and macros of every single recipe. There's more photos. It's just a higher quality production for the exact same price, which is awesome. So that's Living Lean Cookbook Volume 2, which is a #1 bestseller on Amazon. And we were in iTunes top 10 best-selling cookbooks for 3 years straight, which is absolutely insane. We held the #1 position for, I think, like 30 some odd weeks when it came out on iTunes. It's pretty powerful, actually. It's an amazing cookbook. Very proud of it. Castor, I'm from Wales, and as you know, us Brits like a bit of milk in our tea. Is it okay to have 1 or 2 of these teas before list? Thanks, coach. I would not. I wouldn't have no milk, no calories. I would have 0 calories before list. Low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity while fasted. The only thing I might do is have a little bit of espresso, and if you can find I don't want to confuse you guys with different caffeine supplements that are out there. There's a few versions of caffeine that we can actually take, but I won't talk about that on this show just yet. We're going to break that down into a deeper video because there's more information that needs to be had or understood. Guys and gals, if you're just new, just getting here, you got to go back and listen to the first 18 minutes of this show where I do talk about the reduction of that muffin top and gender-specific body fat. I give you a very detailed outline of how to lose that immediately. And those listening, if you want to give a thumbs up to what we're talking about right now, I'm answering your questions, as many questions as possible, as I can during this 1 hour free live stream, as I do every Friday at 1 p.m., answering your questions. Give a thumbs up to this video. That lets me know you're there and you care. And hopefully it lets YouTube know that you care about what we're putting out on this channel. Mehmed, how about UFC, St. Petersburg, Alistair Overeem, and Islam Makhachev? I think that'll be a good fight, man. Anytime Overeem fights, it's always a good fight. Caleb, hey, Mike, sometimes I can't get my fasted list in. Is it still beneficial to do lists even when I'm fasted? Not fasted? Absolutely. Anytime you walk is a good time. It's always a good time. Baris, hey, coach, is lists on a not fasted state still effective? Again, yes, it is, but not as effective for that gender-specific stubborn body fat, which is what we're really trying to target. And that is due to the insulinogenic activity. CR, is there a reason your living lean 3 weeks to shredded plans do not incorporate food exchanges? Did 3 weeks to shredded, lost 13 pounds with no list, doing a second cycle now. So you lost 13 pounds with no lists. Imagine what you will lose once you do employ lists. You probably would have lost closer to 20 pounds on 3 weeks to shredded had you employed lists. And guys and gals, so you know, we are running a sale right now because it's my birthday week. Happy birthday, Coach Mike. Happy birthday to me. But really, promo code birthday at thedolcediet.com or dolcedietshop.com, and you will save 15% off. So you'll save 15% off our 4-week, 3 weeks to shredded program, or our 12-week, 3 weeks to shredded plus living lean program, completely personalized to you at thedolcediet.com or at dolcedietshop.com. Our number one best-selling books. I actually have one of those right here. Bang, bang, bang. 3 weeks to shredded. Number one best-selling books, T-shirts, hoodies, black packs, and the ability to speak with us one-on-one through our one-on-one consultation or 8-week My Diet program. That is dolcedietshop.com, and that is promo code birthday. You will save 15% for those who actually care about that. It's there for you. Lazar, what's up, coach? You always talking how to lose weight, but I'm the thing guy. Can you tell me how to gain weight on a healthy way? Thanks, coach. On this YouTube channel, I have multiple videos. There is a black backdrop of Dorian Yates's black and white figure behind me, where me telling you there's 3 different videos. It's a 3-video series where I tell you exactly how to gain muscle. There's a lot of videos on my YouTube channel telling you exactly how to gain muscle. In brief, it is multi-joint compound movements performed every other day, full body, or doing a push-pull split Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. You can throw in a push-pull legs over 6 days if you absolutely must, and I typically cycle through all those cycles. Soul, does the Dolce Diet certification count for CEUs for NSCA, CSCSs? Absolutely, it does. The Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference is approved by the NSCA, NASM, and the AFAA as a continuing education provider. We are very proud of that. Why doesn't USADA and UFC force Ali to reveal the names of those 5 EPO cheaters he claims to know? Fighters' health are at risk with Ali protecting cheaters. I don't think you can force any human to do anything, outside of the federal government, right? So, they can't force them. They can ask them to. They can maybe penalize them, but they can't force them to. And I don't know that, who's going to do that. He's going to, be known as a rat. Lightning, Ali shouldn't have said that publicly, though. Does squatting and deadlift burn a lot of calories, especially as you get stronger? Absolutely, it does. Mehmed, book of the month this time for Coach. I couldn't find any translation for Origins by Dan Brown. Have you read our Living Lean book, Mehmed? That's one I don't think we've spoken about, our Living Lean book. Let me know if you've read that one. Wow, Balanced Boy says, wow, never thought about the temperature aspect. Most people don't. They don't understand. They just don't understand the science, though they claim to be science heads. They don't understand the science like we do because they don't have the experience that we do, nor the results that we do, nor the resume that we do. Mike Benavidez. Hey, Dolce, love the live chats. What do you think about Spark by Advocare? Any benefits throughout the day? I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it truly, so I can't give a informed opinion. Kevin Roach, true story. After completing 3 weeks to shredded last week, I lost my wedding ring in the backyard. Even my fingers lost weight. Sorry about that. And yeah, that does happen too. Good for you, my friend. Happy to hear. Mike Benavidez, my wife just bought me 3 weeks to shred it for my birthday, and I can't wait to see even better results. Hell yeah. Make sure you put that wedding ring in your top drawer, though, so you don't lose it like Kevin did. That's awesome. Dan Miller, thanks, Coach. You're the man. I appreciate the great content. I'm here for you guys 100%. Caleb says, how many hours before a workout should you eat carbs for energy in the gym? Thanks for all you do, man. Anywhere between 30 to 90 minutes, typically. It seems to work best for most people. Greg Johns, happy Uncle Mike. Happy birthday, Uncle Mike. Stay strong, brother. Oh, you know I will, Gregory. Thank you. JR, Uncle Coach. I like that, Uncle Coach. I'm on day 5 of 3 weeks to shred it, down 6 pounds, stoked for the next 2 weeks. Heck yeah. Down 6 pounds in 5 days following 3 weeks to shredded, ladies and gentlemen. That is very typical of the losses we see on 3 weeks to shredded. If you want to get in the best shape of your life, if you want to be beach ready, if you want to have lots and lots of consensual intercourse with partners of your choice, you should probably go to thedolcediet.com and get on that 3 weeks to shredded program and use my promo code birthday and save 15% off. Jesus, I'm actually paying you to get laid somehow. How does that work? No one is a better wingman than Uncle Mike. Coach, you set those daily goals every morning or the night before? Every morning I wake up with a clear mind. That's the best time to set them. In my mind, when I go to sleep, I'm really focused on gratitude for what I've accomplished that day, but I do have an idea of what I want to accomplish the next day. Shannon Martin. Shannon, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Yassine, happy birthday, Mr. Dolce. Thank you, Yassine. Slap Nuts. Dolce, what are your thoughts on the stuff Jarrell Miller popped for? GW, I don't know. I'm actually going to save that because I'm curious. I don't know who Jarrell Miller is, no disrespect, but I'm assuming he's in a different sport. And GW1516, it's probably a SARM or a peptide, right? I don't really follow that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. I don't suggest anyone take that stuff because the knowledge that we have is so limited. We don't know what the long-term effects will be of taking that shit. My man, how specific you go in your time schedule table? I break it down to every 15 minutes. I'm on the clock every 15 minutes. I got something else going on. Nicholas, how to tone up and lose bloating. Look as quick as possible before my date. Haha. Nicholas, go to thedolcediet.com and start the 3 weeks to shredded program. It's completely personalized. It's online. It's on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop. Everything you need to know is there. Every meal, every ingredient, every recipe, every grocery list, every workout, every set, every rep with video tutorials is all there for you at thedolcediet.com. Promo code birthday, save 15%. Start right now. This is the most successful healthy weight loss program ever devised, as proven by the world's greatest athletes with a 100% success ratio for over 20 years. And that's a fact. Why would you trust any other program? Why would you trust any other program? That's the one to use, my friend. Wow. Blank Smollett, I recently got your MMA DVD set and I am already seeing definition. Thank you to Dolce Diet. Absolutely, Mr. Smollett. Thank you so much. I'm happy to hear that. Kelvin says, happy birthday, Mike. I'm trying to lose belly fat. Currently, I do 1 hour cross trainer and 20-minute treadmill 3 times per week. I don't like doing weights. Am I doing the right exercise? If not, what should I do? My opinion is you have to train with weights. You have to train with resistance. If you want to lose that belly fat, you have to stimulate the anabolic processes. You need to start gaining lean muscle tissue, encouraging lean muscle tissue growth. That in and of itself will help you lose that non-functional body fat. You must attack from all angles, as I discussed in the beginning of this video, right? The first 18 minutes of this video, I go specifically in how to lose that gender specific stubborn body fat, primarily that muffin top, the saddlebags, the fat nip on guys, the bra fat on ladies. You have to do a series of things in order to lose that stubborn body fat. It's stubborn for a reason, and you can't just do one thing. You will not pop a pill. You will not do one workout and see that be lost. There's multiple things you must do. So once this video is over, once it's uploaded, which is immediately after we shut down, watch the first 18 minutes of this video. And also, guys and gals, give us a thumbs up for the content of this video. I don't know anyone else in the health and fitness industry who gives out as much free content as we do, that's as usable and accessible and costs you absolutely nothing to see immediate results. That's what we're trying to do for you here. So a little thumbs up is all I would ask in return. Do you pray or meditate? Kelvin asks. Absolutely. Yes, I do both. Gerald Miller, heavyweight champion. I gotcha. Okay, boxing champion. He is a heavyweight boxer who was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua on June 1st in Brooklyn. Isn't that silly? It happens. I just heard Miller pop for HGH2. There you go. Makes sense. HGH2, craziness. That's what happens, man. You know, it's greed. That's what it is. Greed and insecurity. That's why athletes take drugs. I have Living Lean and Cookbook, Valentine's Menu 3, Shredded College Diet Guide, and Holiday Dishes. Is there anything else? Living Lean, the Cookbook, the Valentine's Menu 3, Shredded College Diet. Mehmet, it sounds like you should be on the Dolce Diets online program at thedolcediet.com. It sounds like you should be gearing up, saving up to come out to one of our certification and nutrition events. It sounds like you're at that level, just getting to know you as we have over here for the last, few weeks or months. All your questions are very high level. Sounds like you're ready for that next level of total immersion. Spending 3 days locked in the facility with myself and my team, getting down and dirty into nutrition, dietetics, lifestyle management, athletic performance, and also business building, being an entrepreneur. Mike DeLuca, down 8 pounds on 3 weeks to shredded, still get that occasional bloating. Well, define bloating. Is it, you have a full tummy from eating all the food? That's normal. The number one criticism of 3 weeks to shredded is, damn, there's so much food. The number 2 criticism, I have to buy all new clothes. Those are pretty good. On a weight loss, an extreme weight loss program, you're eating what feels like too much food, and your clothes are getting too big. That's a pretty good thing. Mike DeLuca, happy B-Day. Almost forgot. Mike, thank you. I appreciate that. Guillermo, yo, Mike, I don't hear you talk a lot about the College Diet Guide. That's an awesome resource. Any reason why? Any plans for a follow-up? We typically talk about it mid to late summer as the students are getting ready to go to school. That typically seems to be a good time to get it in their hands during the college season. We probably talk about it a little bit, kind of Christmas time or so. And it's really more to give gift ideas for like parents and family of a college student. So we typically promote that during the back to school season. Slapnuts, he missed out on 6.5 million. Yikes. Ouch, that's a lot of money. Did they call the fight off? I wanted to see that so bad. Yeah, it looks like it. That sucks. Does anyone know? I know a reporter posted what Paulie Malignacci was going to be making for that bare knuckles fight. I know she posted it and then she took it back down. So I don't know how much he was going to be making, but I'm very curious to hear about that. What are these guys and gals getting paid for these bare knuckle fighting championships? Is it worth it? I wonder. Are they getting hundreds of thousands of dollars or just tens of thousands of dollars? Tens of thousands of dollars to get punched in the face barehanded, or to throw punches to someone's skull with bare hands. You better believe these hands are going to be broken. And God, I mean, it's just brutal. It's brutal what these athletes are going through. I hope they're getting paid extremely well for that. Ray, at 50 years old, it's harder to lose lower belly fat. Is that mostly because of testosterone being lower, or do I need to change something? There's so many reasons, Ray. We can't just point to just one reason. As I said in the beginning of this video, the first 18 minutes of this live stream, I talk about losing that stubborn body fat. The muffin top is the one that everybody deals with. Guys and girls both get the muffin top. Ladies typically get the side leg fat. Guys get the lower nipple fat. Ladies get the upper bra fat. But most guys and girls, regardless of gender, we all deal with that muffin top, the hips, just kind of like spilling over the top of our pant line. And that doesn't feel good for anybody. So that's really the one that I attack in the first 18 minutes of this video. Make sure you go back and watch that, please, because I give you immediate takeaways of how you can start to improve that. And I just ask for a single thumbs up from you guys and gals listening, watching the video. Just give me a thumbs up so I know you're out there and I know you care. Favorite fight you watched and saw? Holy shit. One of my favorite fights of all time was Spencer Fisher versus Sam Stout in the UFC. It was their first fight. I've watched that fight maybe 100 times. What a great fight that was. Sam Stout versus Spencer Fisher. I think Spencer Fisher walked away with the victory in that fight. What a great fight. It was pretty much a stand-up battle the whole time. This was early UFC, UFC version 2.0, probably early 2000s or so. Great fight for any of the fight fan historians. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. Um, what are some good active recovery workouts to do on rest days? Going for a walk, my friend. Just go for a walk. Oh, it's my favorite thing. Go for a walk. Go get lost. Typically, what I'll do is I'll take a $20 bill, put it in my pocket, and I'll just walk out the door. I'll just disappear. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. No cell phone, no earbuds, just me and my crazy old brain. $20 in my pocket, nothing else to hold me down. I figured $20 can get me home if wherever I get to. $20 can buy me a bottle of water or a cup of coffee if I need it. $20 is that's my safety money, and it doesn't weigh anything, and I'm just out. I don't want anything in my pocket. I just want to get the hell out. That's one of my favorite things to do, by the way. Real Millennial says, Mike, what's your take on Dave's Killer Bread? Is flour a big issue if you are still in calorie range? Dave's Killer Bread. So we have it in my house. My daughters will eat it from time to time. I might have a slice, once or twice a month, if we're out of our sprouted grain bread. But I probably only have bread, I don't know, twice a month, 4 slices a month, maybe. Maybe I'll do like an avocado toast. Maybe I will do like a PB&J, made healthy though, kind of not Wonder Bread and Jiffy or whatever the hell, obviously made of high level ingredients, but that's just kind of, you know, from time to time. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, New York won't give Milner a license. Michael Hunter is most likely stepping in, but bam, pissed me off too. Let's get those likes. We got 54 watching. I know. There we go. I think the likes are the thumbs up are slowly popping up. I appreciate that. I'll have to watch that Dolce. Yeah, definitely watch the first 18 minutes of this video. Brandon, if I want to order a Dolce Dot shirt, I want it to fit snug. Your shirt's made bigger, or they're athletic cut. They're actually what do we use? Next Level. I think we use Next Level. The athletic cuts on Next Level, they fit really well. Actually, they taper into the waist. They fit nice around the shoulders and arm area. They fit well. So I would say just get your true size. How did you get this information and knowledge, Coach? Was it in class or university or experience and other things? It was all of the above. Really, most of the information, the most successful concept that we employ are the ones that we've learned through experience, through trial and error, which is the application of the scientific method. You don't have to sit in a school for 4 or 6 years to understand the scientific method. You simply need to be a coach in the real world. That is by far a much better way to be an effective coach, not just understanding the theory, but actually applying it in the real world. And I think that's why our business stands head and shoulders above nearly every other. Slap nuts. I know I always watch Miller. There you go. Kelvin, what's your views on vegan diet, healthy or unhealthy? Vegan diet, I would say, is healthy more than it's unhealthy. The vegan diet is much more healthy than the carnivore diet. I'm sorry, my carnivore friends, but an omnivore diet is the best diet when we're employing wild caught food options, wild caught animals, wild caught plant life. That's the best way, unmolested by man, unmodified, unsynthetically tainted. That's the best way. And I would have a conversation with any of my vegan friends out there, to which we work with vegans every day. We have one of the, if you go to the dolcediet.com, one of the options is a vegan meal plan. So you can follow a vegan version of 3 weeks of shredded, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, and the omnivore program. Those are the 5 options at the dolcediet.com's personalized meal plan. So we work with, vegans. We got hundreds of vegans we're working with right now, whether it's our online platforms or we're working through our private consultation and My Diet systems. I got no problem with that. But for the most people, and a diet that leans more towards omnivore, in my opinion, our opinion, and I believe the science clearly supports, that's the healthiest. long-term healthiest option, especially for those who have a higher athletic output, which should be all humans. We look at all humans as athletes. Though you don't express your athleticism does not mean you are athletic by design, of which you certainly are. Many people don't utilize their full potential, and that is a shame. And I'm happy to have a conversation, and people have asked me if I would have a debate with a vegan. I'm happy to. I don't know that it would be that compelling of a debate in many ways, as 90% of my own diet is plant-based, but I still do employ wild caught animal proteins, things such as wild caught salmon or tuna, which I live literally on the ocean. And we have boats that roll up every single day. And you simply walk to the dock and you buy fresh fish that's still flopping around on the deck. That becomes very easy. I have good friends who are hunters who gift me with wild caught venison or elk, and different types of wild caught meats as they're seasonal and capable of being procured. Different eggs, of course, is very beneficial. Some people could argue, but there's enough compelling quality science to argue right back. And then we can also talk about my experience of working with the world's greatest athletes for nearly 30 years now. So I'm happy to have a conversation with anyone in the vegan world if they want to have a conversation, or anyone in the carnivore world for that matter. I can have that conversation on both sides. And it's funny that the carnivore people try and position me as a vegan. The vegans try and position me as a carnivore. But that's not the case. I think once we have a intellectual conversation, you can actually see the science that we utilize, but then you look at the results. I mean, we can talk about the blood work of our clients, the performance attributes of our clients, the longevity curves of our clients. We can talk about a lot of these concepts, and also the science that supports what we talk about. Is that a painting behind you? A fan job? It was a gift, actually. It was a gift from a friend. It was very, very sweet, very nice. What about my cover right there on the cover of Men's Fitness magazine? How about that? That's a new one we just had hung up. I live rural, can't really get foods. I have to order usually or drive 3 hours. Well, it sounds like you have lots of access to some wild caught though, right? Um, Mike Benavides, thanks for reply, Dolce. Any thoughts on substituting whole wheat tortillas instead of bread and making wholesome wraps? We have a few things like that, but we would go towards sprouted grain instead of whole wheat. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Elon's Musk? That's funny. Shannon, avocado mixed with eggs or tuna instead of mayo is a great option for healthy tuna egg salad. It is absolutely delicious. Agree. We love it. Ted says, I have a 3-year-old who doesn't eat much of the healthy stuff we put in front of him. What does your little one like to eat? Our little ones absolutely love fresh fruit. They love berries. They love melons. They love bananas. They love apples. They love oatmeal. And their oatmeal, we put hemp seed and flaxseed and chia seed and raw local honey, banana. What else do they love? They love eggs too. Yeah, they love eggs, like basic scrambled eggs. They love different pasta. So we'll make pasta with a very simple tomato sauce. Um, our youngest is more adventurous. She'll eat anything mommy and daddy eats. Our oldest is 4 years old, and she's a little more particular, though they love smoothies. So we do lots of smoothies in our house. We do lots of pancakes. They love pancakes. Brandy makes amazing pancakes for the girls, and we mix a lot of their fiber and their omega or their essential fats in there through hemp and chia and flax. And then we flavor them with berries. So lots of berries, lots of oats, lots of seeds. They love their peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter jelly pancakes are huge in our house. We use our fresh berry syrup, which is easy to break down with fresh fruit. That's typically the way they eat. And to a lot of the parents out there, like, my kids won't eat, they won't eat healthy food. They'll only eat bad food. Well, that means that you've been allowing them to eat bad food for a long period of time. So that's what they're accustomed to. Then all of a sudden you expect them to just change. That's going to be hard. But in many ways, what you need to do, they eat potatoes also, sweet potatoes, white potatoes. We make baked French fries or homemade baked French fries for them, sweet potato or white potato. They love that, which is fun, right? They're all fun kid foods. But what we do say is, that's all you give them. When they get hungry enough, they'll eat it. Now make sure you try and find the options that they enjoy most. Of what kid doesn't love fruit? Strawberries and blueberries and blackberries and raspberries and sliced apples with almond butter. What kid doesn't love that stuff? That's really what we start pushing on. What are your thoughts on red meat? Can you eat it daily and still maintain normal health? If it's wild caught, yes. But a guy my size, 215 pounds, I eat 4 ounces at a sitting. There's no reason to eat any more than that. And I guarantee you, a lot of the people that run around pretending like they have to eat, 8, 12, 16 ounces of red meat at a single sitting, 4 pounds of red meat per day. Put my blood work next to theirs, I blow them away. Let's get in the gym. Let's lift together. I will blow them away. Now let's go to the track. Let's run. I'll blow them away. Let's go hike. I'll blow them away. Let's get on the bike. I'll blow them away. Let's grapple. I'll blow them away. I'll blow them away in all aspects. I'll blow them away. So what are they trying to say again? Like started with blood work. Let's look at the blood work. Okay, here we go. Now let's go down to the athletic attributes. Let's look at the lean mass ratio. Let's do it. Let's put it all on paper. Let's see what happens. Let's drug test. Let's drug test too. And let's see what happens. I'll blow them away. So I don't know what they're talking. I'm just telling you the truth here. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just telling you the truth. Neck conditioning coach, what is your tip? Mine has just been a lifelong of struggle. I think the best, I posted that Instagram photo the other day that said abs are easy. You see children with abs. I mean, really, kids got abs. You want to grow a big neck or traps, man, you got to fucking suffer. You got to suffer. It's hard work. You got to be picking up lots of heavy shit. You got to struggle and fucking fight. And me, it was like grappling. It was a cross between picking up really heavy shit, whether working as a laborer on construction sites or throwing, bundled up magazines in the back of recycling truck, as I did as a kid for, a few different summers. I mean, I worked my ass off wrestling and grappling and fighting and deadlifting and just all the heavy shit. All the heavy shit. That's what it takes. D says, Coach, please settle the egg yolk debate right here, right now. Egg yolk bad, egg yolk good. How many eggs per day? Well, it depends on the individual. I will have to say that first. So this is not general, right? This is in. We'll give generalizations. Generally, not a problem with eggs, not a problem with whole eggs, but we want wild caught eggs. That's something that's very important. Natural, wild, as wild as possible, as naturally raised and sustained as possible. That's a first step. Now, should you be eating 6 eggs per day every single day if you have a history of high cholesterol, hypertension, heart disease in your family? No, you should not. You should not. Now, can you have 1 whole egg and 3 whites per day? Very probable. Very probable. So me personally, I probably eat 2 to 4 whole eggs every single day, and I have a 0 calcium score, which is the best it can be. My cholesterol is perfect. Everything about my health is perfect. And I do have a family history of heart disease. So this is the way I eat. Gabrielle says, happy birthday, Coach Dolce. Gabrielle, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Wow, more questions. Let's see. Man, a lot more questions. Wow. And can we drink them like Rocky? No, never. You have to cook your eggs. I'm going to go a little faster now. AAK, best replacement for blueberries on 3 weeks of shredded. Don't seem to digest them that well. Blueberries. It could be strawberries, could be blackberries, could be raspberries. Shit, it could be raisins if you must. It could be red grapes. Mehmed, date in the morning or in the breakfast bowl? Yeah, dates in the breakfast bowl sounds great. I do that every so often too. Chris, I eat too much meat. I feel fine. I work out twice a day at least. What would you say to balance this out? Why do you eat too much meat? I mean, why are you eating so much meat? What's the point? 4 ounces of meat has 20 to 30 grams of protein. How much more do you need per meal, right? You're eating 4 or 5 times per day, 5 times 20 grams. Jesus, that's a lot of animal protein right there. That's more than I eat. I'm 215 pounds, sexy as fuck. And what to eat during a workout? Just water. Water's fine. Electrolyte enhanced water is fine. Depending on if you're an A type or in A phase, you can sprinkle a little grass-fed whey isolate just to get some extra aminos in there, possibly. Caleb says, what are your thoughts on the vertical diet? A coworker of mine told me that's what he's doing. I looked it up and I feel like I would be crapping cinder blocks. I don't know. I haven't really looked into the specifics. I know it's Dan Efferding, who I consider a buddy. I don't know specifically what it is. Mehmed says, why thumbs down? Yeah, who did that? Give us a reason. There's always the asshole that gives a thumb down, and that's okay. They're a hater, and it sucks. Because what is the reason for a thumbs down on a free video such as this, where we're just giving people healthy advice? And I say, if anyone gives us a thumbs down, that's fine. Just leave a comment below and let us know why. Be open, be honest. Shit, you don't even have to put your real name there. You can hide behind your troll account. That's fine. But Mehmed, don't worry. We get lots of jealous trolls out there, and that is absolutely fine. What we care about most is just engaging with the people who actually care, and they take this information for what it is. It's actionable, it's usable, it's educational, it's something that is here to help you guys. Have the blueprint emails already been sent out? No, they have not. They will soon. Ash, hey, Mike, thanks for all your videos. I'm training cardio boxing to get a flat stomach, so I need carbs for energy. Should I break bread? Should bread be avoided? Yeah, for the most part, yes. Rainbow, Mike, I blow them away. Dolce, that's funny. Allie Reed, Mr. Dolce, please, please, please tell me what you think. Should fighters train for hypertrophy if they are looking to lose weight to add muscle? I'm 190 now and want to fight at 155. And sitting around 25% body fat. Well, shit, you're 25% body fat. You need to get down to about 10% body fat if you want to be fighting at 55. Truly. So I would go to the dolcediet.com right now. I would start our 3 weeks shredded and living lean bundle. Start there, get going, keep me posted. Use promo code birthday, save that 15%, but get started. You're at 25% body fat, Ali. 25% body fat, my friend. Now you can get down, and you can be a 155 pounder if you do it the right way, if you treat your body with respect and you do it in a healthy way. That's the way. Go to thedolcediet.com, get started. Gabrielle, I have been following your program. However, I want to learn the science behind training, diet, and lifestyle so I can use it as a professional soccer player and athlete. That is awesome. I appreciate it. Gabrielle, you should think about coming to one of our certification courses and nutrition conferences. This current one is sold out May 17th, 18th, and 19th here in the beautiful beach town of Belmar, New Jersey. The next one will likely be the last weekend in June. That's what we are looking towards right now. So the next DDC and nutrition conference likely will be the last weekend in June in the beautiful beach town of Belmar, New Jersey. There's probably no better place on the planet. Truly, it's a hidden gem in the world that most people don't even know about. It's an amazing, amazing little beachfront community that's surrounded by a beautiful bay that's filled with charter fishing boats. It's an amazing place to be. Russet potatoes, okay. Always hear you say sweet and white. Yep, those are fine. Elon Musk likes up. That's right. I appreciate the thumbs up, guys and gals. Thank you. Lets me know you care. Why do you recommend, Gabrielle, what do you recommend to do, study, or invest? Investing coming on out last weekend in June to become a DDC, a Dolce Diet certified coach, and go through our nutrition and dietetics curriculum. Also, we teach you much more about being a professional coach and trainer, how to operate a cash flow positive business, and also the concepts of branding, sales, and marketing. Elon Musk, I just put the hard-boiled eggs on. There you go. Boxing stuff. Is your last meal always without starchy carbs? Not always, depending on my goal. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. What am I doing the next day? We think about what this meal has to do with the next thing we're about to do. Do you prefer a program based upon RPE or percentage for power lifting? Both matter, but we always say it's a training max. We train till technical breakdown, not total muscular failure. Elon, why would you not include carbs in your last meal? Kelvin says, is coconut water good during and after a workout? Is coconut? Yeah, coconut water is great if it's from real coconuts, real millennial. How do you cook your sweet potato fries to keep them as delicious as hell and healthy as possible? We coat them in coconut oil and we bake them. Ooh, we have a convection oven. It's awesome. Thumbs down, might have been an accident. It's removed. There we go. Good to hear. Good to hear. Elon Musk, what is the maximum amount of carbs you should eat in a day if you are training for training 2 hours per day? We typically don't go below 125 grams per day. I'll take in between 125 and 350 on the average day for my output and feel great. Are there any foods to avoid during weight loss? Yeah, all the bad foods, all the processed shit, all the synthetic chemicals, all the stuff you shouldn't be eating. Only eat real food. Mehmed, and the book of the month is I'll have to get back to you. What's a good book? There's so many. I'll have to get back to you. Are there any foods you would never eat? Processed foods. Werber, Uncle Mike, happy birthday. Following 3 weeks of shredded plant. I'm at 14% body fat. Want to get down to 10. Hell yeah, Werber. Keep it up. Keep crushing, my friend. Gabrielle says, thanks, coach. See you soon. Hopefully, Gabrielle, I look forward to it. Last weekend, June, is the tentative date for the next DDC Nutrition Conference. Start looking. You'll hear more about it. Save your cash. Get ready to roll. It's going to be awesome. Uncle Mike, are rice cakes okay for snacks? I'm not really a fan of snacking on rice cakes. Maybe for like competition days, then yeah, but for the most part, no. Is Chick-fil-A and Chipotle bad for you? Yes. Is ending a binge eating habit more about training yourself to eat real food with proper portions? Yes. Boxing stuff. Should you avoid fats like egg scramble after workout? I wouldn't have that as my immediate post-workout meal, just due to the slower absorption of fats. I would do something maybe like chicken and white rice, something that's a little simpler, easier to break down and digest. What is better to train in, Mike, BJJ or Muay Thai? Both. I would suggest American wrestling as the base, and then you can branch out into both from there. All right, guys and gals, bang! We're right at 1 hour. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Keep feeling free to add thumbs up as you watch this replay. You guys are absolutely awesome. Every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we host this live Q&A on YouTube, and it is continuing to grow. Thank you all for being a part of it, for making it what it is. The first 18 minutes of this video, I break down how to lose the muffin top. Real world advice that you can use immediately that costs you absolutely nothing. You don't need to buy anything. It's just a simple way to structure your life so you can start to target that gender specific, stubborn body fat that is so hard to lose. Here, Utah, Pure Fitness. Okay, nutrition strength. Any courses that you would recommend? Deeslet says, Coach, firefighter here in Utah, peer fitness trainer for my platoon, admin looking to send us to get certified, and nutrition and strength training. Any courses that you will be putting on? Yes, we have our Dolce Diet certification course. Deeslet, if you shoot me a DM on Instagram, let me know more. I might be, because you're a part of the emergency responders, I might be able to make some room for you if you're down for May 17th, 18th, and 19th here in New Jersey. I can make one exception for you because, again, of your profession. Otherwise, we'll be holding one at the last weekend in June, again, here in New Jersey. And this will be much more like a vacation for you guys because it is beautiful. We are right on the beach. My facility is just a few blocks off the beach. You can smell the beach. You can hear the beach from where we are right now. It is amazing. But the quality of instruction that we teach you is unparalleled, I believe. Our course is endorsed by the NSCA, NASM, and AFAA as a continuing education provider. You'll get no better nutrition and dietetics information, but also we teach you how to apply it one-on-one and to large groups, because that is the nature of what we do. It's not just having the information, it's learning how to communicate the information in a manner that people will understand it so they can utilize it. The Real Millennial, you the man. Mike, well, thank you so much. Any in Vegas? Dieselets, not right now. Gabrielle says, we'll be coming from Portugal since I play there. Hell yeah, Gabrielle, that'd be awesome. Millennial, so I'm a law student. It's hard for me to keep a normal sleep schedule, especially with exams coming up. Will intermittent naps help me keep my fat loss moving? They certainly help. I can't say anything is better than a full 7.5 to 9 hours per night. Let's try and get that locked in if possible. But those naps will help during the day, even if it's you just lock yourself in a dark room. And this is what I do sometimes. I have what I call them gray periods in my schedule set in, where I just, I have nothing to do for 15 minutes. I shut all the lights down. I lay on the floor with my feet up for 15 minutes. I know I'm not going to fall asleep. I just clear my mind and I just breathe. That's a great way to de-stress, and having a low stress lifestyle will help you lose body fat. Right? Remember that. All right, guys and gals, I appreciate you all for being here. Also, new podcast will be dropped in about an hour or so, the Mike Dolce Show podcast. So make sure you listen to the newest episode where we go through the mailbag. That was actually a fun one. Some haters and some cool people too. And then some sexual advice even going on. Interesting. Thank you again and talk soon. Boom.